All right, here we go. This is Gary, aka Stover, and I haven't taken a video in quite a while. I'm in my shop this morning. Spent some time here. You may recall a few months ago I took a video and I promised myself that I would clean up the shop and work in a cleaner, more pristine environment. And guess what? That has yet to happen, but we have made some progress. So let me show you what's going on. All right, so you may have recalled the situation that this room was in. Cleaned up, moved a few things around, and the project that I'm currently working on is some cribbage boards, and these are pieces of cribbage boards that I'm working on. Got some oak there, Goncalo Alves, I think that's how it's pronounced. Got some walnut, elm, oak, cherry. A nice cherry, that's gonna be cool. I like the figuring in here and the little bit of spalting going on. This is more Goncalo Alves, or however you pronounce it. You can see how the grain is gonna look when it's finished. That's gonna be a beautiful piece of wood. More walnut and more cherry. That cherry's a nice looking piece of wood. That's gonna have some fantastic figuring when it's done. Unfortunately, this is the base. The bases are about 1 inch thick. I gotta route out a spot for the cards and the pegs, and then you'll have a top piece that sits over it with the rounded crown to it. So this piece will go either way, but either way, I don't know if this is going to go on that piece or what. I might put a piece of elm on this, but anyhow. So I've got 10 cribbage boards in process, and that's what we're working on here. So cleaned up a little bit. That hole right there, I had to punch that out years ago when we had 6 inches of water in this basement, and I just did that to test to see how wet the insulation was behind it, and it actually was dry, so thank God for that. We didn't have to rip everything apart. So we've made progress. I've done a bunch of stuff down here since the last video. I'm trying to build up some inventory for some craft fairs coming up. So therefore you get the 10 cribbage boards. I've made some Tower of Hanoi puzzles, and I'll show you some of that in a second. But we've made progress. Not a whole lot, not as much as I'd like, but we're doing pretty good. So what we have here is, these are what the cribbage boards are going to look like. There's a piece of cherry and oak and the Goncalo Alves, so you'll see how that's going to look. And then, mistake of mistakes, I am never going to work with this wood again. Oop. I don't know what happened there, but phone said I must have pushed the off button. But we're still rolling. So those are the tops, and these are the bottoms. And you see here, I've started hogging out some of this wood. This is, they call it, I don't know how they pronounce it, Wenge or Wenge, W-E-N-G-E, I believe is how it's spelled. But this stuff is almost impossible to mill at a consistent level. It just, it chips out when you're using a chisel. Chips out. It flakes off kind of, and it's very hard to get a real nice crisp corner on that. So what I've got to do here is I've got to route out this recess for the cards, so the cards go in there when it's done, and the pegs will go in here. There'll be a pivot point drilled in here so that the top will, let's see, when it's done, the top will swivel, revealing the cards and the pegs, and then you put it back, you play your game, put the cards and the pegs back, and then on the back side I'm going to route a little keyhole slot so that the board can hang on the wall as a display until it's time to play again. So that's where I've been spending a lot of my time lately, in production mode for cribbage boards. And this is a template that I made. The board actually goes underneath. The template sits on top, like so. Clamp it down, route it out, and you're good to go. That's the plan anyway. So then you come back over here, and so again, we've made some progress. It still looks like a shop. It will always look like a shop, but I do those piles of wood and the stuff back there in the corner. I really want to organize all that business. I got Mannheim Steamroller playing in the background, so we'll see if YouTube will let this stand or if they'll take it down. Started cutting this morning for some cornhole games. So I got a couple of tops there cut to size, and then when I'm done with the cribbage boards, plan on doing that. More with this, again, this is all stuff that I really need to organize some more. But like I said, we've made progress. We've made some product, and we'll hopefully hit it in earnest. I've been sick a couple of times already this winter. We've had a bunch of cold and flu come through. These are templates that I'll glue this on the top pieces, and then every single hole has a little crosshair, and we at the drill press with the appropriate drill bit in there, every hole is drilled on this drill press, and there's over 400 holes per board. And I apologize for moving so quickly. I haven't done this in a while, so I forget. So anyway, this is again what it looks like. Making progress, doing well. I'll show you some of the Tower of Hanoi's here that I've got. Okay, I had to turn down Mannheim a little bit so that we can see what's going on here. So, this is my collection of Tower of Hanoi puzzles. So what we got is, these pieces are the base pieces, and this here is, I can do this one-handed. This is actually the whole kit. So the customer, when they buy this, they can put a little drop of glue in the hole. Oops. Put the pegs in place, and then there it is. And the principle is you move this stack from this peg to either other peg, and you can only move one piece at a time, and you can never put a larger piece on top of a smaller piece. So the concept is kind of do it like this. All right, Then this piece can go here, and then you do this, never putting a larger piece on top of a smaller piece. And then I got to put this on that. So I forget how this goes. Oh, here we go. Okay, like that, like that, like that. Then this piece goes there, and then this piece goes there, this piece goes there. So you see how it's played. With 7 pieces, I believe there's 127 moves. The fewest number of moves you have to make to complete this is 127. And if you look on YouTube, there are some videos there that show you how to do it. There's actually some like worksheets or something, demos. You can put in however many number of pieces you want to make, and it'll tell you the minimum number of moves to complete a puzzle. And it's amazing. And it has the solution or the calculation of how many moves is actually related to the binary system. So if you have only one piece to move, there you go, one piece. If you have 2 pieces, remember the binary, you have the ones place, 2, 4, 6, 8, so on. So if you have 2 pieces to move, it's going to be a combination of 2 plus 1 is 3 moves. So to get the top 2 pieces, it's going to take 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. Done. And then for 3 pieces, it's going to be, so it's 1, 2, 4. It'll be 4, 5, 6, 7 moves to move 3 pieces. So if you understand that, if not, you can just check it online and see what they do on YouTube. All right. Well, I have to get ready to go because my wife and I are going to lunch somewhere, and I'm going to switch this, turn it around for a minute. So the reason I put this out is it's kind of feeling guilty not putting anything out recently, and I figured I'd give you a little wrap up on what's going on. Doing all right. We're over our latest bout with cold. Back in the shop, getting some things done, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon, and I'll show you a finished cribbage board at that point so you can see some of my not so handy work. All right, thanks for watching, and hope you have a good day.